Growing your own produce at home is a rapidly emerging trend, but in reality, we can never produce enough to sustain the whole family year-round. So that's why we thought we'd bring you this story. This season, I've met some pretty interesting producers and some quirky characters, all of whom are dedicated to bringing the freshest of produce to Australian plates. But today, I'm going to show you something a little different. We have talked about these guys this series already, the Galardis. This is where all that fresh produce from their vast network of farms ends up, right here. This is just like a weekend farmer's market. It's straight to you, no middleman. This really is ground zero for Spudshed. This is where it all began, right?
Right here. We grew spuds and carrots and onions and broccoli for many, many years.
Were you selling from here as well, or was it just growing?
No, we were growing here, but we had a small shed up the road, and that's where we first started our new Spudshed in 1999, actually.
Such an important thing, isn't it, to be able to control that product from growing it right through to your customer's basket or plate at the end of the day?
Yes, it is. We believe in fresh produce, as we're farmers, to keep the whole chain from seed to growing to packing to the consumer is very important.
How important is time from when it gets picked to when it gets into the people's baskets?
We've got full control. Like these mandarins, on the weekend, they were still on the trees.
This farmer's market model obviously worked for Spuds, and then you went from Spuds to the rest of the fruit and veg world. But it looks like there's more than fruit and veg here, mate.
We sell quite a few products, and we can see that there's a demand. You know, we've got meat, we've got our own chicken farms, we grow all our own eggs, we've got our own cattle, but we buy a lot of cattle from a lot of local farmers in WA. We know how to deal with them. We're farmers, we understand their language.
We love the idea of going down to the local farmer's market, but of course it's always a limited kind of thing, and of course they're not open 24 hours either, are they?
No, they're not.
The butcher's team have done a great job here of packaging up this pork belly. I've got a great tip for making sure you get perfect crackling at home every time. Really simple. In your baking tray, add a bit of stock to create a bath so the pork belly will sit in it, all the meat on the underside and all the skin sitting proud, so the heat is blasting on top of this skin that's been scored with lots of salt in it. That guarantees crispy, sweet, salty, delicious pork belly crackling every time. It's amazing to scientifically watch the nutritional value of a piece of fruit decrease over time, sometimes as short as a period of a day or two. That's why farmers markets and places like this are not only convenient and saving us money, they're helping us with our health too.